Cubicall took off before the pandemic. Companies with open office spaces were interested in their new model, but then the pandemic hit and they had to pivot.
So this booth right behind me is what started it all.
A modern twist on a phone booth. An idea sparked from brothers Nick and Anthony Pucci's own need for a private space to take calls in their marketing firm.
And that's kind of when we had our eureka moment and knew we're going to pivot to this, and this is what we're going to do full time now.
And that business took off following a successful pitch on the show Shark Tank in 2019. And they were busy at work in Las Vegas manufacturing module booths for the corporate world. But then, like many other industries, the pandemic brought things to a halt. But once again, the brothers figured out just how to pivot their business.
This would be where the doctor sits. The patient goes on the inside.
This is one of their doctor booths. This one's now been shipped off to a respiratory doctor in Seattle.
And hit this button, which powers up our UV light, which will then disinfect the whole room, and then it'll be ready for the next patient.
In 15 minutes, the next patient is ready to come in. But Cubicall has also altered and sold hundreds of booths to healthcare settings and offices for COVID testing isolation rooms. But this year, about 90% of their business is back to the office.
But we're now seeing more and more of our booths being requested, but to be made into more of an individual office space.
The main target is any sort of company that relies heavily on phone calls or lots of video interactions. And Pucci believes this is the future.
But I still think that you're going to see hot desking. You know, corporations, I think the big corporate campus isn't going to be as much of a focus. So they're going to have satellite offices, and I think you're going to see people, you know, this part of the week, this crew's allowed to come in, this remainder of the week, these people are allowed to come in.
And Pucci believes one of the main reasons for their success is because these booths are modular, able to move from, say, for example, a testing booth and transition right back into the office. Reporting live tonight, I'm Drew Andre, Fox 5 News, local, Las Vegas.